I want to start this video by saying, Call Allah Yahweh, Baha Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Baha Hashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the rule well. Shalom to the brothers that are preaching and teaching the truth worldwide. I want to say Shalom, Jehovah Lit. Today's lesson is entitled, Let Your Yea Be Yea, or Your Nay Be Nay. So, I seen a clip where Joe Biden was pressed whether he would take a COVID vaccine. Then it also went into whether he would mandate the COVID-19 vaccine. One thing you know about Esau, so-called white man, he never gives you a straightforward answer. He likes to beat around the bush. He likes to go over the mountain, through the valley, some kind of roundabout way. He likes to give you gray areas. He's not going to give you a straightforward answer like, yes, I'm going to do this, or no, I'm not going to do this. It's always some kind of hypothesis, scientific community, do this, do that. He never gives you a straightforward answer. It's always, a glimmer of hope on this, a glimmer of hope on that. He doesn't say, yes, I'm going to do this, or no, I'm not going to do that. So right here I have Matthew 5 and 37. But let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay. For whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil. So everything else that this devil says is straight up evil. This Esau, so-called white man. He doesn't. He likes to. He even has a term called filibustering. And let me get that pulled up. Slacking. Filibuster, an action such as prolonged speech that obstructs progress in a legislative assembly while not technically contravening the required procedures. Since then, delaying tactics, stonewalling. So this devil he actually has, a term called filibustering where he will prolong, he will just, instead of, saying, yes, he's going to vote on the bill, he'll sit up and talk for 2-3 hours just so the bill don't get voted on. See what I'm saying? So that's what this devil does. He likes to prolong stuff. So I'm saying that's why he has all these different tactics on how he can stretch something out. They call it kicking the can down the road. That's what he likes to do. So right here, go ahead and get it pulled up. I'm gonna play this clip, show you where he didn't answer the question straightforward. He started beating around the bush when he was pressed about would he require the COVID-19 vaccine.
The nature of the vaccine, when it comes out, and how it's being distributed. That would depend on. But I would think that we should be talking about, depending on the continuation of the spread of the virus, we should be thinking about making it mandatory.
How could you enforce that?
Well, you couldn't. That's the problem. Just like you can't enforce measles. You can't come to school unless you have a measles shot. You can't. But you can't say everyone has to do this. But you would, just like you can't mandate a mask. But you can say, you can go to every governor and get them all in a room, all 50 of them.
See that? You can't enforce it, but you can go on the back door. You can't enforce a national mandate, but guess what you can do? You can go to the governors and say, hey, you got to enforce this. See what this devil does? So he's telling you that, hey, I can't do a national mandate of the COVID-19 vaccine, but guess what? I can go to all 50 governors. And then if all 50 governors don't do it, then he drills down more. Then I go to the mayors. He just keep going down further and drilling down till he ultimately gets what he wants, which is a mandate of a COVID-19 vaccine. So he doesn't say straight out, say, yes, I'm going to mandate it. He gives you gray areas. No, I can't do it, but I have an alternative route that I can do, that I can use to get the desired effect, which is a national mandate, but in a roundabout way.
president and say, ask people to wear the mask. Everybody knows.
And if they don't,
fines. And they don't, no, not fine. Then I go to every governor, I go to every mayor, I go to every councilman, I go to every local official, say, mandate the mask. Man, say this is what you have to do when you're out. Make sure you encourage it being done. Look, George, you and I know, and I think you do too as well, the words of a president matter.
Absolutely.
No matter whether they're good, bad, or indifferent, they matter. And when a president doesn't wear a mask or makes fun of folks like me when I was wearing a mask for a long time, then, people say, well, it mustn't be that important. But when a president says, I think this is very important, for example, I walked in here with this mask, but I have one of the M95 masks underneath it. I left it in my dressing room, the room I was in before I got here. And so I think it matters what we say. And we're now learning that children are getting the virus, not with as serious consequences, but there's been no studies done yet on vaccines for children. So there's a long way to go, but we can make progress.
You just clearly heard this devil say that he basically just needs to drill down. So he can't do a national mandate, but guess what he can do? He can go to the governor. Then from the governor to the mayor. From the mayor to your council, city councilman. Just keep drilling down till guess what? He gets what he wants, which is a COVID-19 mandate. Vaccine for everybody. So, granted, yes, he said he can't do it, but all he had to do was say, yes, I want a national mandate, and this is how I plan on accomplishing it. But he can't do that. He can't say, yes, I want a yay or a nay. He has to filibuster around the actual question. He can't give you a straightforward answer. That's what you kind of realize about this devil. He's never going to give you a straightforward answer. He's going to say he can't do something. But then he tells you how he's going to get it done. So how can you tell me you can't accomplish something, but then you give me your exact plan on how you plan on accomplishing it? Let me rewind that back.
In the meantime, and save lives. And the last point we should be talking about, depending on the continuation of the spread of the virus, we should be thinking about making it mandatory.
How could you enforce that?
Well, you couldn't. That's the problem. Just like you can't enforce measles. You can't come to school unless you have a measles.
He said he can't enforce it, but then he's going to give you a reason how he can get it accomplished.
Shot. You can't, but you can't say everyone has to do this. But you would, just like you can't mandate a mask. But you can say, you can go to every governor and get them all in a room, all 50 of them as president, and say, ask people to wear the mask. Everybody.
So you have a plan to get it done, in other words. See what I'm saying? See how this devil stages it? He said he can't do it, but then he gives you a clear-cut plan on how it can be done. That's the devil for you right there. So I got this Ecclesiastes 12:10. It says, never trust thy enemy, for like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness. You can't trust this devil. This devil tell you on one hand he can't do it, but then he will give you a clear-cut, thought-out plan, step A, B, C, and D, on how he can get it accomplished. See what I'm saying? Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. You know what I'm saying? So you can't trust him. So I got Psalms 55 and 21. It said, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn sword. So this devil here, he was speaking real smooth right then. See what I'm saying? So he was up there, saying he can't do it, but then he turned around, gave you the plan on how he can do it. See what I'm saying? He hit him with those smooth words. See, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but we know ultimately this devil, he has war in his heart. He wants to kill you, Jake. But see, we understand that 2/3 of the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Native American, Latinos, you're going to fall for the trap of this devil. You're going to believe in his smooth words. You out there talking about vote for Biden, vote for this devil, see what I'm saying, the lesser of two evils. See what I'm saying? So our people caught up in these smooth words of Joe Biden. Talking about you're not black if you don't vote for Joe Biden. But then the 94 crime bill, he was trying to lock your dumb ass up. But Jay's so simple, man. He don't research nothing, man. So, hey, hopefully this lesson was edifying. Till next time, Shalom.